Bucks is back, and it's bigger than ever.
We've got a man in the corner, and it's caught!
Can he hold them off? The roof will be raised in Brunel.
Like an enemy in the night, mission impossible for two.
Both teams hungry, desperate to win that title.
Hello there everyone, welcome to the University of Wolverhampton for the 2023 Bucks Men's Futsal Trophy Final. It's between the University of Warwick and Brunel University, and I'm pleased to say that I am joined by a member of the Brunel University futsal team himself, Frank Dubé. Frank, my guy, you're up here with me, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've always wanted to do commentary. I've watched football for a long time and I always think it's easy, so let's see how I live up to it.
Well, let's see what you make of it then, buddy. This is certainly going to be a baptism of fire because there's a lot at stake for these two sides today.
Yep.
Coming from a University of Brunel perspective,
Yep.
You didn't exactly have an easy run in the semi-final, did you?
No, it was a hard game. It's credit to Derby because they played flag keeper very well. The last 5-7 minutes, they made it tough for us and they knew their stuff. They were popping the ball, knew how to do rotations, and they made it quite difficult for us. But the boys dug in deep, managed to get the win, and thankfully we're in the final.
Excellent. Talk to me about that flying goalkeeper bit in a second, because right now I can see at the bottom, just in front of us, the two sides are about to make their way onto the court for this men's trophy final in the Bucks 2023 Futsal Championships here at the University of Wolverhampton. We've just finished coronation weekend and coronation celebrations, but we're not done crowning some champions. We're not done crowning some people in the Bucks sport universe. And here they are making their way onto the court. The University of Warwick on the left-hand side of your screen, Brunel University on the right. Warwick playing in that very famous maroon red. Brunel arriving in the navy and gold. Will it be golden medals for them at the end of today? Well, we're going to have to wait to find out. Great to see the amount of support that's here in the arena as well. Plenty of people cheering on either side here. So great to see that futsal has the support up here at the University of Wolverhampton. Frank, just putting your arm saying hello. Look at me, I'm up here.
Give the boys a bit of encouragement.
What's the feeling been like in camp leading up to this fixture? Because this is arguably it's one of the biggest games of the sporting year for you guys, and also the biggest game of a lot of these guys' careers at Brunel University.
Yeah, but it's actually quite interesting now. There's a blend of freshers and experienced players. For example, there's a few on the team sheet that have been playing futsal since their first year and they're in final year. And there's a few freshers that have made the first team and they're in a cup final in their first year. So the camp has been literally just getting a bit of cohesion, like getting to know each other. We're all a good close group, even like the women's team. As a community, we're very close. So I just think it was a case of learning each other on the court and just being as pumped up as the best as they could be.
Give me a danger man to watch then. Who's going to be one to watch from the Brunel side of things? But do you not want to spoil anything?
I would have to give a shout out to the goalkeepers. I think we've got some of the best goalkeepers in the league. I did a bit of research and we've only conceded 54 goals in the cup. So in 5 games, not too bad, but I'd say the goalkeepers, they're going to make some stunning saves.
Not too bad. Well, to get here today, Brunel won their semi-final 9-7 against the University of Derby. You were talking about that fly goalkeeper situation earlier, so we'll find out more about that. What a cheer coming in for Brunel University.
I'm telling you right now, you did not want to play Brunel when we were at home. We'd fill out the stands and we'll get atmosphere going, and it was crazy, so looking forward to it.
Well, it's not going to be an easy game for you guys today. You're going to have to really fight for it because the University of Warwick are coming off the back of also a very close semi-final win. They defeated the University of Edinburgh, who are of course a force to be reckoned with in the futsal university space. They defeated them 8-7 away from home. Travelling all the way up there, yeah. That's no mean feat to go all that way up to Scotland and come away with a victory, isn't it?
Very true.
So let's see what the University of Warwick can bring to Brunel today, and what can Brunel do? Is there some golden magic in that golden kit? Well, we're going to wait and find out. And in the middle, looking to get us underway, Mudathir Akasha, and we are indeed underway. So Brunel on the right-hand side of your screen playing towards the left, University of Warwick on the left-hand screen playing towards the right. And let's see what these two sides can treat us to today. What do you think of the tactics in the early stages, Frank? What's the idea and what's the game plan? Because at the moment they're just looking to pass it around a bit, you know, size up the opposition.
True. Usually our coach does like to say that if you've got the ball, the other team can't score. So probably early on, just try and keep the ball, get some rotations going, try and draw out the the opposition team, and just let the ball do the work.
Well, here come the University of Warwick on their first big attack. Lovely little flick pass there to get them up the court, and a foul conceded by Brunel. Pressure coming in there on Daniel Wilding. Nicknamed the Thumb. I'm not sure why I want to know his nickname the Thumb, but it's the nickname he's been given nonetheless by his fellow teammates, and we've been handed that information. So Warwick with an interesting situation to work with here. Oh, struggling the far post, but coming in with a great save. As you said, one of your keepers already, Abdel Sonogo, sorry, doing really well to get a palm to that. Frank, big pressure in the early stages.
It is. Just got to wonder if they can weather the storm. Ooh, another great chance by Warwick there.
Huge effort coming in from Warwick. Huge effort from Henry Gallagher, the captain of the side. Really forcing Brunel to, well, need to settle those early nerves quickly, don't they, Frank? Because otherwise, more shots like that are going to keep flying in.
Of course, and it's interesting to see how they press as the game goes on, because right now they're letting Brunel enjoy the ball, but Brunel looks a bit confused right now. It's maybe early nerves kicking in.
What would be your words of encouragement then? If you're on the pitch right now, if you're on that court, what would you be telling people?
I would be, whether I'm on the pitch or on the bench, I would be telling them, boys, relax a bit, because there have been times where nerves have got the better of us during the season, but enjoy the occasion, live up to it.
Well, a little bit of a mistake there from Brunel. It means that Warwick have got the kick in from the side, so they're back in possession. And they've got a little bit of momentum. That's a good pass. They were searching desperately there for Sam McComb, the player of the year, the top goal scorer. He's the danger threat for University of Warwick. He scored 17 goals across 4 games in this trophy competition alone.
Oh,
and Warwick nearly trying early. Really good awareness from your keeper, Sonogo, to make sure that didn't go anywhere near his net.
Yeah. What an atmosphere, by the way.
Fantastic that the crowd are behind both sides. We've got a lot of neutrals here today up in the University of Wolverhampton. It's fantastic to see that they're getting behind both sides and they're encouraging them ahead of what would be a great game of futsal. Now, there is the danger man. Oh, almost getting his first goal, Sam McComb. Here's a replay of that challenge now. Let's take a look at it. Oh, Frank, what do you make of that strike?
I think it's troubling the keeper if it's on target. Abdel's a very agile goalkeeper, but he even looked a bit surprised with that shot.
How do you make sure that he doesn't become more of a threat as this game progresses then, Frank?
I think Brunel needs to be a bit more intense with their press and closing out of shots. They're giving Warwick a little bit more time than they should be. Our coach usually likes to tell us to press so that we can do quick substitutions and use our bench depth very well. So I'd say just the intensity of the press needs to go up, because they do have some good shooters on their team.
Well, here come Warwick, out from the back. Good pass forward. McComb was leaping in the air, soaring like a salmon. He leapt up there. Great play from the keeper as well to get it up the pitch really quickly for the University of Warwick.
The communication is not quite there for Brunel. I think we usually got some leaders on the court, for example, Cassie, which is the fix, or Miguel, another fix. We usually got communicators that talk on the pitch, but it looks like it's a bit rushed at this moment of time.
Well, they've done really well. They've kept the ball. Long shot going in.
Ooh.
Good block from the University of Warwick. Good play, though, from Brunel to keep this attack alive and keep it going. It's a very physical game from the get-go here.
Yes, it is.
Call for a handball there against the University of Warwick's number 6, Constantine Molyneux. He's one of 3 first-year students in the Warwick squad today. So he's probably some of the freshest legs that they'll have in that side. But equally so, you said Brunel have a lot of freshers in their side too.
Yeah, we've got 3, to be precise. It's Udo, Gonzalo, and Ayo. And they're usually put on the wing. And like you say, when you've got fresh legs, young legs, you like to run down the wings. So it'll be interesting to see, because when I was talking to the boys, I was thinking this match will be won and decided by how well both teams can use the width of the court.
That's Brunel's first change on the ball there as well, Ryan Kwakenjun. He's been dispossessed by Warwick, who are coming back, an electrifying place. Good save by Sonogo. He's already living up to the expectations we actually gave him earlier of the fact that he's a fantastic keeper.
He is. I think one thing Brunel's been blessed with over the 2 years I've played futsal as well is the goalkeeper situation, including Diego, who's on the bench.
Now, I'm dying to ask a futsal player about this a bit more. I've learned a lot about the futsal game recently over the last few months, and especially with the ball as well. It's a lot smaller than a normal football. It doesn't bounce the same, it doesn't roll the same. It's almost like a completely different ball to play with.
It is indeed.
Tell me more about it. What do you need to think of more as a player when you're playing with the futsal ball versus a normal football?
Well, with football, you can make a relatively hard pass and it travels across the grass. But with futsal,
huge score coming in from the University of Warwick. Lovely little trick play there from the side.
That was
No goal. No goal called.
It was directly from...
No goal called by the officials. We were all a bit caught off guard there, including Brunel, it must be said. That's going to be a wake-up call for your side, Frank.
It will. Luckily, the goalkeeper, though, knows the rules. He realised that it didn't touch anyone. It's got to touch someone from the kick-in. So he's aware of that. But, like you said, Warwick have clearly got players that can be able to shoot.
So is this the moment where Malcolm was supposed to touch it, do you think?
Yes,
and then he was going to come flying in and score?
So that it becomes a legal play.
Wow. The trickery in the world of futsal is phenomenal.
100%.
I love how loud the crowd is just in front of us as well. These guys are definitely rooting for Team Brunel, so it's a good thing that you're here with me. Because if I start talking too positively about Warwick, they might turn around and shout some stuff at me.
They actually selected me to be commentary because they know that I like my futsal and I know my stuff.
Well, kudos to them. Here come Brunel now. Good shot.
Good save.
The attack's alive.
Oh, that's very unlucky.
Went for the bicycle kick. Ken June.
I think that'll be another battle that we look at. The Warwick goalkeeper. He looks very good. He's able to get down low. He knows how to, cut off the angles. And it'll be interesting, the battle of the goalkeepers as well as the rest of the teams.
That's Rory Edens in goal for the University of Warwick. Where's number 34? Because that was the year that Peterborough were founded. So unfortunately, it probably means he supports them as well. Brunel making another quick change here. It's a big part of futsal, isn't it? These rolling substitutions that kind of go in and out. I've compared it to ice hockey on our first game already.
Yeah.
Is it very tactical? Is that how you see it? Or is it more just you want to keep people as fresh as possible on the court?
I do see it as tactical. Like I was saying, usually coaches either choose whether to press or not. Usually when you've got a big depth of a squad, you want to press so that you keep the opposition on their toes, you keep them panicking if you can, and you just use your subs, roll on, roll off. You come on, do a minute of press, come off, get some water, and it's very, very fast, and that's what makes futsal very exciting, how high-paced it is and how end-to-end it becomes.
Futsal is very exciting, and I'll tell you what is also very exciting, the fact that the noise here at the University of Wolverhampton has just gone to a next level.
It's amazing, it's amazing.
Compared to what we've already seen today, so fantastic to see that there is a lot of support here for both sides playing today.
It's amazing.
And the referee's just got to tie his shoelace quickly. That's why we're stopped. He's apologising to the keeper. Normally it's the players with the shoelaces undone. He needs to double knot that shoe. But here come Warwick out from the back.
As you can hear, the Brunel coach is screaming hunt. That's his philosophy, which is to press and not to give them any time on the ball.
What's your coach like? Tell me more about him.
He can be a lunatic at times. However, as you can see, I don't know what managers scream hunt, hunt. I'm used to hearing press, but he's very, very key with his details. Well,
you could say he wants to get the animal out of you guys.
He does. He wants us to be predators.
There you go.
Literally. But he's very tactically smart with how he wants to play, and he's got his philosophy. And the way he's, over the season, taught the players how to play futsal, he's done a grand job.
Brunel, there's a little bit, it's very scary
Playing
moment.
with fire.
Very scary moment for Team Brunel. Henry Gallagher, the captain of the University of Warwick, stepping up to the plate, saying enough is enough, and he almost made Brunel pay there, but his shot went sky high.
I would say I'm surprised that Warwick haven't actually capitalised on these opportunities, because there's been a few chances where Brunel has lost it in their own third, and you'd think one of these will eventually come back to bite them.
Will they start to rue those opportunities maybe as time passes, as more time elapses in this game?
I hope so. Unbiased opinion.
Well, Brunel are dispossessed in the middle of the park, and now it's Warwick with the offence coming forwards, but Brunel fight really well to get that back. What can they do here? Some lovely fancy footwork going in at the moment. It's a real key element of being a futsal player, isn't it? You've got to have great ball control.
It is, and what coach has utilised with this squad is he likes his wingers to take on their man and be dribblers. Within our team, we've got a lovely bunch of dribblers like Udo right now. Etiandro, who's on the bench right now, he's also a very skillful player. And if there's one area of the court that the coach wants you to really be skillful and attack, is down the wing.
Oh, well, that ball was unfortunately just getting away from a Dokchu. Udo Chokwu. He was chasing his feet too much, wasn't he, on that occasion? Sometimes
on the court, if you can get your feet stuck on the court.
You do like this passing it right across the face of your goal, don't you, at the moment?
It's a scary thing sometimes. It puts your heart in your mouth, but it's probably the risks that you take in playing futsal.
Not the clearance that Rory Edens would have been looking for, but it was a clearance nonetheless. And it's alleviated a little bit of pressure for the University of Warwick. But the Brunel onslaught continues. Good shot going in from the far side.
Moody's second post there. Fun fact, Moody's actually a joint top goal scorer with the club. He's on 28 goals. The other is Theo.
Wow,
so
your very own Erling Haaland. Here come Warwick now. Oh, it slipped away from them here. Good intervention by Sonogo once again. The keeper is on fire from the get-go here for Brunel. Good strong block again. Brunel doing really well to repel the University of Warwick at the moment and hold off what has been a really strong attack. Counter-attack must be on here. Must be on one more pass across goal. Doesn't need him. Brunel get the first goal. And it's the danger man, Cassian Chaser. He goes in, gets a score. I want a handshake just like that. And I wish I could score just like him as well. What a way to start this game for Team Brunel.
And I would say that it was been a long time not coming, because Warwick have been the better team, you could argue, in this first 7 minutes. They've had the clearer chances, but that's the thing with futsal. You get your chances, you've got to take them, because it's very end-to-end.
Absolutely, and as we saw there, great counter-attack play from Team Brunel. Completely against the flow of play, but that doesn't matter because they nailed the chance. They took their chances, as you said.
Yeah.
They made University of Warwick pay. And although it's only one goal, it can be quite the mountain to climb back from when you don't score the first goal.
True, true, and you start to think, especially as Warwick are right now, they've had their chances. Can they get it back? And what a good save from Abdel, so that might be creeping into Warwick's minds, but futsal's a long 20 minutes. It is a long 20 minutes. The clock stops every time it goes out. You've got plenty of time.
Yes, this is what people who are watching at home, if they're watching futsal for the first time, they might not realise this, but talk to me a little bit more, Frank, about the ball. When as soon as it's out, the clock stops. Do you like that, or do you prefer the fact that the clock keeps rolling in normal football?
I absolutely hate it, because it makes the, you know, when you begin to get a bit fatigued as the game goes on, you look at the clock and you're thinking, oh,
huge chance missed. Huge chance missed for Team Brunel, and it's a foul conceded by the Navy and Gold. Scramble defence from the University of Warwick.
Great sportsmanship, just making sure the keeper's fine.
Yeah, Rory Edens has really hurt himself there. I think they might just be forced. Could this be an early change for the University of Warwick? It's not ideal to lose your first choice keeper as well, but he wouldn't stay down for long if it was just a small knock.
100%.
Well, we hope he's okay, and we hope he can continue in this game, because the last thing that you want as a player is to make it this far throughout the entire tournament, and then all of a sudden get injured in the final.
100%. Especially with the saves he's pulled off so far as well. But that's the beauty of futsal. You've got a deep bench. Both teams have got deep benches. It looks like Warwick have actually got the extra goalkeeper as well. So they've thought about this, and they've probably got a good selection of goalkeepers on the bench as well.
There you go, wet paper towel out. He'll be fine.
Get the magic sponge. He seems like he's going to be okay to carry on. It's good to see that it wasn't something serious, because sometimes when you're challenging for a 50-50, especially on a slippery court, it can come off the worst of the two.
But you can see here from the get-go, if you are watching at home, both teams are going to give absolutely everything to this game because they both want to win this trophy.
That was a late challenge.
That's a nasty fall on the floor there for Henry Lavelle, the president of the University of Warwick's Futsal Club. And you also don't want to concede too many fouls in futsal either, because you forfeit basically a big advantage to the opposition, don't you?
Of course, after the 5th foul, you get to a penalty, either a penalty from the 10-meter spot or where the foul was originally happened. So again, in 20 minutes of futsal, a long time can happen. You don't want to give the opposition a chance to get a 10-meter penalty.
That's a big goal for the University of Warwick. Alvaro Torres sending that one in from long range. And the University of Warwick have tied things level. Sonogo was very high up in his penalty area, and the timeout is called by Team Brunel as well. So what are they going to do right now? They're going to talk tactics after conceding that goal?
They probably will. I think as the game has gone on, Brunel have started to grow. But I've been in these huddles before, and the coach, Diogo, he sometimes hates it when you concede from free kicks, because realistically the chances that the margins of you scoring a free kick are very tight in futsal, given the goal is short. As you saw, Abdel was out because he wants to position himself, make himself as big as possible, and you trust your wall and the two on the posts to block off any shots. So he'll be gutted that they conceded, but I was probably telling them, stick to the fundamentals, keep growing into the game, and probably something can happen.
Well, just as we thought we were on for a very even game, Brunel went and scored against the flow of play. And then just when we thought that Brunel were going to start to run away with the momentum, Warwick have just got a crucial goal to shift that pendulum back to the middle. Both sides on level peggings once again. 1 goal apiece. Brunel have used their one and only timeout of this first half now. Yep. So they only have one more in the whole game, and that will have to come in the second half. Is it surprising to see it used so early by your coach?
I think usually he would love to use it to maybe throw a set piece in and tell the boys what they could do from a, let's say, corner. However, sometimes it's very good for a coach to use their timeout just to, regroup the team and keep their focus together. So it was a good timeout in my opinion.
Katala went to use a bit of silky skill there, but unfortunately just got away from him the ball. Still impressive though what he was attempting to do. I could never do that.
Neither could I.
It means that Warwick are back in possession. Sonogo down low, safe hands. Ooh. Wrong decision from the keeper potentially.
Ooh.
Oh, lots of fouls, lots of arguing. Warwick not happy with that decision. And the decision is actually made in favour of Team Brunel.
I think they got away with that one, especially given how reckless they've been so far. It's uncharacteristic of them so far to be losing possession right in front of the goalkeeper.
Surely you don't want to have to keep playing out from the back. You want to just clear that ball away from your own goal as quickly as possible, don't you?
You might have to start mixing it up, because Warwick will start to capitalise on these errors that Brunel are causing.
Good kick in from Brunel. That one has gone high and wide, unfortunately. Miguel Enriquez just he leant back too much when making that shot, wasn't it? It's always important to stay over the ball if you want to keep it down, but probably even more challenging on a hard surface and with a ball that doesn't like to fly.
Exactly, 100%. And usually Miguel is one of the better strikers of the ball on this squad. Great challenge by Moody.
Malcolm surely looked like he was in to score for the University of Warwick. Surely looked like he was going to be in to score.
That's probably the beauty of the cup final. You make challenges that you don't expect to make in another game. You put everything out there for the 40 minutes that you're playing.
Well, the Warwick onslaught towards the goal continues. It's just slipped through the hands of Sonogo, but you can see what it means to the Warwick team. It's the captain, Henry Gallagher, who makes his stamp on this game. 22 goals this season, and he now makes it 23. Take a look at this, Frank. What do you make of that? Good strike.
It's a very, very good strike. And as I said earlier, maybe Brunel should start pressing them a bit more, because long shots they can squeeze in. Like you said, the ball is smaller. It moves much faster. These errors from goalkeepers, they're hard to see, watch back on the replay, but they can happen. So you want to try and make sure that you don't give the opposition long shots. So Brunel needs to really close down on Warwick because, as you can tell, they've got good strikers of the ball.
Well, it means that the score currently in the Bucks 2023 Men's Futsal Trophy Final is University of Warwick 2, Brunel University 1. To advantage Warwick right now.
Oh, again.
Another pass across the face of goal, looking for Malcolm, but unfortunately Torres could only find the corner. And he forfeits possession back to Brunel. Brunel have got to wake up, Frank.
They do, and it's probably the nerves kicking in because, again, that's a very, very silly mistake. And from an experienced player like Cassie, to make a mistake like that is criminal. However, once again, Abdel comes to the save the day.
Big goal from the University of Warwick. It's Gallagher once again pouncing on a cross, pouncing on the ball, and Warwick are pouncing further into the lead here at the University of Wolverhampton. It means the score is now University of Warwick 3, Brunel University 1.
It's important that Brunel don't let their heads drop and they talk, communicate on the ball, and they try and get the ball out forwards so that they can relieve some of the pressure that they're causing, their own unforced errors in their own defensive third.
You can't blame Gallagher for taking as much time as possible to walk over to that ball as well. He's played his fair share of futsal matches this year, and he's playing his part now in the final. Good challenge by Malcolm. He's come away with the ball for Warwick, just not falling at his feet how he would want it to. So Warwick force it all the way back.
That's a late challenge. Brunel are lucky, very lucky there. Brunel are lucky. That could be seen as a foul, really.
Well, the referee was dismissing the challenges coming from the Warwick bench. He's shushing them away. He didn't want to hear any of it.
Yeah.
And the captain, Gallagher, is down at the moment. He looks to be in quite a bit of discomfort. Hopefully he's okay. I'm sure we'll get the magic sponge again, as we did earlier for the keeper, and the wet paper towels, and he'll be good as new. There you go, our medical team have walked on. He's looked at them and he's thought, no, I'm all right.
And that's the difference between football and futsal, is that in football you've got grass to land on, but in futsal you are landing on a hard wooden towel. So them 50-50s that you can get away in football, you can't really get away in futsal. So I'm surprised there's not a foul, but the ref has his reasons.
Do you get injured more playing futsal as a result as well, with this hard surface?
You definitely get banged up and bruised, and that's why it's very unrare to see players actually wear like elbow sleeves or knee sleeves just to avoid from bangs and bruises. But Warwick are all over Brunel at this moment, and
big missed opportunity once again from the University of Warwick. Fantastic cross going in there from Constantine Molyneux. He was looking for Malcolm in the box, and he's arguing with the referee because he's not happy with the decision that was made. Will they ever be happy? We just don't know.
When you're competing for a high trophy, you leave everything, the dark arts, to the refs as well.
This is true. Well, Warwick are certainly
imposing their threat.
They are. They're on the front foot, but Brunel have stolen that back. Good long-range shot. Good long-range chance there from Team Brunel. Iowa Lowton. That's his first shot on goal, just wide of the posts, but Warwick have got to wake up. That's their wake-up call now.
Like I said, 20 minutes, when you're on that court, it goes slower than you think. So just a goal can change, like you said, the pendulum, the momentum shift can be just from one goal.
Well, here come Team Brunel now with a chance to restart from the corner. They're not going to play it across the face of their goal. Instead, it was a lobbed pass. It's not worked out. I say that, it has worked out for them. One more pass, could see the player in a bit of space. That was a very, very heavy touch from Cassian Chess.
As you were saying, the ball is smaller, so it travels a lot quicker on a slippery court. That's why a coach usually says that you want to pass to feet so that you can take a touch and control the ball.
Should you always look for that first touch then in futsal?
Yeah.
Is that sort of the rule of thumb?
It is. If you see a lot of the players, they actually use the sole of the foot to control the ball because it gives you a better grip.
Well, here come Brunel on a bit of a counter-attack. It's not worked out for them this time, and the captain, who just tracked across the court to find acres of space, tracked back in defence and forced the ball to go out. So, again, Warwick doing really well to actually switch from attack to defence.
The transition. And that's very key in futsal, just how you transition from defence to attack and vice versa. you could argue for a person that's never watched futsal, it's pretty much like basketball, but with your feet, in the sense that
it is very quick, actually.
Yeah,
I appreciate
quick.
the similarities, in
It's
fact,
ve- it's
and
like
the amount of people on the court at once.
Yeah.
All good-headed effort going in there from the University of Warwick. They were desperately looking for Daniel Wilding, who had a temperamental injury in the first half of the season, could never string a consistent amount of games together. So it's great to see him fit, healthy, and involved in the final today for the University of Warwick. And hopefully he gets to see more and more of this court as the clock counts down. We're heading towards the final 10 minutes of this first half. And that shot from Brunel just going wide of the near post. Good block from Brunel on both occasions there as Warwick tried to work it into the box. Long range effort, wasn't going to trouble anyone though. Lucas Varela. That didn't quite have the accuracy. Brunel are playing out from the back. They're playing very quickly and with a lot of intent, Frank. They desperately want a goal to get back into this game.
Ideally, they'd like to get the next goal and keep it tight, because Warwick have proven to be a threat from their long-distance shooting. And they have also had chances one-on-one with the keeper. So Brunel would like to get the next goal of the game. It will be crucial. But they also got to do it in a smart fashion.
Oh, that's a nasty fall. A very nasty fall for Destiny Odu. I hope the player's all right.
His leg kind of got stuck, a bit like Udo's earlier on when he jammed his leg. Can be sore them ones.
Referee just signalling to Warwick that they're on their final warning when it comes to challenges like that in the red zone, really, of the court.
Yeah.
But let's just watch back and see if there's going to be a little bit of a Bucks magical moment, we'll call it, Frank. Oh, there was a bit of magic, but it was a great save, and the rebound shot wasn't good enough for Brunel. So Rory Edens really stepping up to the University of Warwick. Brunel are going to have to go hunting once again.
What a block. Great defensive play by Ryan. And as you can tell, the crowd are feeding off small things, small errors such as that.
That was Alvaro Torres. He's already got a goal in this game, and he won't be happy with that. Another great save from Edens. But will it fall for Destiny?
Oh, what defensive performance.
Talk about a scramble defence from Joe Goodall.
That's a very big chance for Brunel, especially looking at the scoreline is 3-1. He's got acres. He thinks it's about it. The defender comes in, makes a great block and clears it out. And just like that, Brunel get a goal.
Brunel have responded. They've got a goal. They've got a crucial claw back in this fixture.
It was
and the noise is back, Frank. The fans are back with their boys.
And just like that. And Miguel is one of them players that has a great shot on him. So I'm not surprised that at set pieces they're looking for Miguel, because he can strike it with his left and his right. We call him Mr. No Foot, because he's got literally no feet, left, right, whichever one it is.
The man with the magical feet. Well, timeout called by the University of Warwick. Just as they concede a goal, they decide to call the timeout, and that's their only one of this first half. And we have entered into the 10-minute countdown, really. So their coach, Kostas Bojan, you can see him in a very fetching suit today.
It's like it's Football Manager.
Literally. Great goal by Brunel, great goal by Miguel. As you say, fantastic finish from him under a lot of pressure, really, because he had a lot of players closing in around him. But it must be said that before that goal even happened, Destiny Odu had all the time in the world, but then he took too much time on the ball to actually then make a shot away, and that's ultimately why Warwick were able to block it really easily.
Yeah, and sometimes your decision making, you've got to be very key with it, especially in such a crucial area of the court.
Now, what's your message? I'm looking at both these huddles. What would be your message if you were in the Warwick huddle?
If I was in the Warwick huddle, I would be telling my teammates, enjoy the ball, because at times the game is a bit scruffy, and that might be suiting Brunel's style of play, which is probably fast-paced. You being direct down the wings. So if I'm in the Warwick huddle, if I'm one of the probably more experienced players, I'll be telling my boys, listen, let's enjoy the ball, let's move the defense, make them tired, and let the ball do the work.
And what would you say in the Brunel huddle?
just
I'd imagine
carry
you'd
on.
be a bit more irate.
I'll be telling them keep pressing, because, like I said, the depth of the squad, you can afford to press, and that's one of Brunel's strong suits, is utilising how we press as a team as well.
Well, we are back underway after that quick timeout. The long ball follow from Warwick didn't really come to anything, but you can hear how much the Brunel crowd loved that.
Yeah.
And straight away
Lovely
back with
touch.
Destiny.
That's unfortunate. But they need to wake up, because just like that, the keeper's throwing it long, and there's a chance for an opportunity. Oh, it looks like. Oh, is the keeper all right? Is Abdel all right? Oh, it looks like Abdel's.
He's
struggling.
really hurt himself there.
Yes.
Really hurt himself, Sonogo. He's throwing himself around, desperately
he's
trying to get back
struggling.
into position.
Honestly, it looks like he's clattered his knee in a very awkward manner. Doesn't look good. He was desperate to make sure the ball didn't go in the back of the net as well.
He as we said earlier, everyone on this court right now will be giving their all in order to try and come away with the trophy and with some silverware for their university side. And for a lot of them, it's the final act that they'll play for their university when it comes to sports, and it's their final act in their university sporting career. So again, another reason why they would throw everything on the line to get success here today at the University of Wolverhampton. But currently at the University of Wolverhampton in the 2023 Bucks Men's Futsal Trophy Final, it's University of Warwick 3, Brunel University 2, and we're just currently down for an extended stoppage because Sonogo, the Brunel University keeper, is down, but he is receiving some attention. Hopefully it isn't too serious and he can walk off unaided. But for now, it gives both teams a chance to catch their breath, to gather their thoughts, and look to close out the rest of this first half. We've still got a good 8 minutes and 50 seconds left with the ball in play. But as you said, every time it goes out, the watch is off.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yes.
So you really do play that full 20 minutes. It's not like other sports where that clock keeps ticking and you only end up actually running around for maybe 10, 20 minutes maximum if you're playing a 45-minute half. And it's a sad sight to see Sonogo going off so early and going off, having to be helped off by the medical staff and his teammates. We send him all our best. We hope he's all right, and I'm sure at half-time you'll be keen to go down and see if you can give him a kiss better. So
he'll be absolutely gutted. But the replacement goalkeeper, Diego, he is just as good as Abdel. Like I said earlier, we're blessed to have two great goalkeepers, so hopefully there's not much of a change in how the game goes.
Hopefully it won't be the last we see of him. Hopefully not. Warwick, though. Oh, big foul. That's another foul coming in. Another one coming in from the same player, actually. It must be said for you guys. Ryan Kwakon Jin. He's been carded as well. So he's really got to watch himself because he's giving away a lot of silly fouls at the moment. Is it nerves that means that he's trying too hard? Is he losing his head? What's going through the thoughts of the Brunel player right now?
Sometimes when you're so close to your own goalkeeper, you probably just overthink things and say, what can I do to just stop them from having an opportunity? And it might be one of them chances where he said, if I can clip him, it probably nullifies the chances of them scoring.
Ooh, difficult angle for Gallagher to work with, but he tried to make the most of it. Destiny stood his ground and stood it well. Both players are showing a mark of respect to each other because Destiny was not giving him an inch to work with, and Gallagher fires another one in.
Another great attempt in goal.
Captain clearly a key player for the University of Warwick side, and the captain for Brunel is on the pitch because we have lost their keeper who started this game, Sonogo. What can he bring to this Brunel side? A bit of a calm influence?
Oh, indeed. People love it when their goalkeeper behind them is communicating and letting them know what shoulder the opposition is. And that's one thing Diego is great at. He is great at communicating with his outfielders of how to position themselves defensively.
Well, Bruno looked to get an attack going, but it was stopped by the captain, Gallagher.
Great recovery by Udo there.
It's very tricky in futsal, isn't it, Frank? Because you make the initial shot, it's blocked and it rebounds.
Yeah.
That one's actually going for a deflection for Warwick. Torres again scoring for the University of Warwick side. He extends their lead by another goal. It's a 2-goal deficit now that Brunel are behind by. The score is University of Warwick 4, Team Brunel 2. Frank, mate, you're a bit lost for words right now.
I am, but then again, like I said, because the ball is it travels so fast and it's very small, as we saw with the second goal that Warwick scored, where it unfortunately went under Abdel's legs. That goal as well, a slight deflection. These things can happen in futsal, so it's important that Brunel just keep fighting, keep attacking, and there's still plenty of time on the clock even in this first half.
Destiny Odu playing it in from the side, but Brunel not being able to make the most of that court position, or will they play it?
Play to the whistle, they say.
And play to the whistle, Warwick have. Is that a bit of a no-no really in futsal, the way that they played there? Is that a bit cynical from Henry Lavelle, just lying on the ball?
It was a bit dodgy, I would say. However, it did look like it was clean, and I don't think it did strike his arm.
Malcolm with the strong leg in now for the University of Warwick. They are throwing everything at Brunel to stop them from scoring. Got another replay of this goal. Look at the deflection in.
Very unfortunate.
That caught everyone off guard. Everyone off guard. Even our camera crew and me. Referee having a word with both sides here, but it looks as though Warwick have been awarded with a 10-metre penalty.
Yes, they have. That is the 5th foul. Sorry, that's the 6th foul for Brunel. So obviously they get the opportunity, Warwick, to have a 10-metre penalty, and these aren't easy to score because of how the keeper, how much they can come off their line, and they cover so much of the goal. It's not like a 5-metre penalty. So
can your keeper save it from there? Do you back him?
Oh, I do indeed.
Well, let's find out. Let's sit back and watch Malcolm thrash forward towards the ball and potentially thrash Warwick further into the lead. Huge miss for the University of Warwick. Big missed opportunity for Sam Malcolm. And that is probably your get out of jail for free card gone now for Team Brunel.
Yeah. Oh, but
they've instantly responded from the penalty.
Great response from the boys. That's Moody's 29th of the season, all competitions.
Moody Akasha, take a bow. You are on fire. And again, you mentioned it earlier, how quickly you can turn from defence into attack is crucial in the long-term success.
Of course. We call this a second post goal, where you're literally at the back post, and Coach Diogo is very key on that. You dribble down the line, you've got your teammate on the opposite, as Moody was when Destiny struck it. Oh, it's getting a bit tasty, and he loves it. He loves it. The fire is starting to...
Oh, it's getting feisty out there, because just as Warwick thought they were going to find themselves 3 goals ahead, they now only find themselves 1 goal ahead.
Indeed. But as I was saying, that's one of Coach Diogo's philosophies of second post goals. Can we get down the line? Can we go across goal and trust your teammate, like Moody was, to be there to tap it into an empty net? It's like a sweaty goal in FIFA.
Well, here come Brunel now. Let's hope that they get something out of this position. Big strike coming in. Through the hands of Edens. We are all level. We are all level at the University of Wolverhampton.
Wow.
Theo Banjo, you can take a bow now, sir. It's 4-all. Frank, you are just holding your hands out like, how did that happen? But look at this goal.
What a strike. It's unfortunate for the keeper that's slipped out of his fingers, but I mean, literally 10 seconds ago, Moody scores his 29th of the season, and now that's Theo's 29th of the season. These guys don't want to win the Golden Boot for Brunel.
Well, Warwick with a big opportunity now straight from the goal, and the last thing you want to do when you score is you don't want to concede straight away.
Of course.
So look at me knowing my football. And well, the picture of this game has completely changed in the space of about
just
1
like
minute.
It's amazing, and that's the beauty of futsal. It's just so fast-paced, and things can happen just like that. But Brunel will want to defend this properly because they've conceded a few chances from corners.
Ooh, good effort on goal. Really good effort on goal from the University of Warwick. As their number 95, Ollie Hale. He's progressed up through the club that they've set up at the University of Warwick from the 2s into the 1s.
Oh, nice dummy there. Good save. That was a great dummy.
Brunel on the counter here, across the goal.
Oh, good save.
Rebound
Double
shot.
save. What an amazing double save by the goalkeeper.
Eden's certainly making up for that goalkeeping mistake he made but a moment ago, and you can see how much it means to him as well.
That might be something Brunel want to look at, how the Warwick team have changed their corner set piece, because he did a dummy to send the defender and had a nice shot on goal. So Brunel, we need to watch out for that.
Well, let's see what else Brunel can conjure up with the time that they have left in this first half. Basically, when you take the lead into the half-time break, the wind is in your sails, isn't it? It's very hard to come back in that second half, especially because you've both had a nice long break, an opportunity to compose yourselves, regather your thoughts and tactics, and then go again flying out the blocks for the second half. So any side to score now is huge.
Ooh, great save.
And that would have been a huge goal for Sam Malcolm. There's a reason why he's the top goal scorer. He's looking very, very dangerous in on goal.
But it's also important to realise that even if you do take a lead into the half, the game can swing so quickly. So you've got to also keep your concentration and not get ahead of yourself.
Oh, it was Malcolm again going in for a cross, a shot. Could have been anything really in futsal.
Honestly.
We've seen in our first game already today, Neve Jenkins was literally scoring hat-tricks from out wide and almost getting a score out wide of their own. For Warwick was Henry Lavelle.
Ooh, great reaction from the keeper. Very smart play from Warwick. They saw Brunel was sleeping and they tried to take advantage.
Ooh. Very clever football there from Sam Malcolm. Because of course you can bring a shoulder down, you just can't bring your arm down, can you?
100%.
Using every part of his body.
Careful there. As you picked up on, Ryan has been chirping away at the Warwick players and he needs to be careful because they're already in the bonus, Warwick. And Brunel do not want to give them another chance on 10 metres.
Oh, that was a very good chance on goal for the University of Warwick. Captain Gallagher was the one delivering that cross. And here comes Malcolm, good block from Brunel. They've got to keep doing this.
They do, weather the storm.
Because, I mean, to be fair, their 4 goals have all come from big counter-attacking opportunities. So if they just keep blocking and keep withstanding the pressure from Warwick, all they need is that one moment, isn't it, Frank?
100%.
You know it all too well as well.
And that's probably what coach will be telling him on the sidelines is just keep it tight. Because the chances will come as the game progresses. But you also be saying, can we enjoy the ball for the last 5 minutes? We've withstood pressure from Warwick for 10, 15 minutes. Can we cause them some pressure going into the half?
Good interception from Brunel.
Oh.
Unlucky to be able to move that ball up the pitch, but instead Malcolm was looking at the far post for Lavelle, but now Brunel can come away with it, and again it's turned over.
Possession lost.
Malcolm not giving up on that ball anytime soon.
He's got amazing energy, he does. Ooh.
It just keeps going up in terms of the physicality between the two sides and the intensity of which they're trying to meet each other with. This is a fight that's going to go right to the very end, right to the final buzzer. And both sides have already thrown everything at this first half. Just as Warwick looked to try and play it through, big block coming in from Brunel. And a little bit of a mismatch at the feet of Gallagher. And he is taken down. He's not impressed, Iowa Lawton, but he has taken him down. That's a fair call, isn't it?
It is. You've got to be patient. You can't nibble on the attacker and give away a penalty. It'll be interesting to see who takes this penalty.
It looks as though Gallagher, the captain's stepping up. So again, that's the second one that Brunel have forfeited on their penalty count.
Yeah.
Perhaps the thing that's separating these two sides at the moment, when we talk about that physicality, Brunel really are willing to push it all the way, and we're just going to watch Henry Gallagher now stand up, step up. And he scores! Look at what it means to him.
Great penalty.
The captain has sent Warwick back into the lead. It means the score now reads University of Warwick 5, Brunel University 4 in the 2023 Bucks Men's Futsal Trophy Final.
He's picked it out in the side there. Great use of the goalkeeper's positioning. But just now, unorthodox.
Gallagher was in making crucial interceptions once again, because in a little bit of space, a little bit of dangerous space, really, for Brunel. Was Alonso, and he's sitting very, very high up for Brunel. So Brunel have really only got 3 people at the back there. So when playing out, they don't want to get that ball turnover.
Honestly.
Attack still alive here for Brunel. What can they do with the ball? It's not going to really challenge Edens that much. Instead, he gets a chance to reset Warwick's attack and go again. And here we go, on the ball now for the University of Warwick. Good feet, very good work to get them to the position they are now. Daniel Wilding. The thumb, as we've mentioned earlier, but we don't want to know why he's called the thumb.
A little bit of uni banter it is.
Sure his mum will be confused listening.
If you can come on with a medal, she won't mind.
Absolutely. Well, here come Warwick now, looking for another goal to potentially take them closer to that medal.
Be careful. Credit to Diego there, he did well to close the gap and not give away a penalty, because it did seem as if he went in quite harsh.
How great has your keeper been since coming on, your captain?
I think
the
that's
club talisman, really.
That's why he's the captain. He leads by example, and like I said, whatever sport it is, you want someone that you know you can trust and you can say, oh, especially in futsal, if I make a mistake, he can bail me out, even though you don't want to do that too much. But it's like I said, we've got 2 great goalkeepers.
Diego Santos is that goalkeeper. He stood his ground. The Brunel brick wall. There you go. If we've got one unique name, there's another one out in the broadcast for everyone to enjoy. But getting us back underway is Molyneux.
Great distribution from the goalkeeper.
Both sides are looking a little bit tired now. They've worked really hard in this first half. Do you find when you're playing as well that you get towards half time, there's 4 minutes left, as you can see now, and you do start to feel completely deflated? You do.
You start to look at the clock, and like I said, because it stops, you look at the clock and you're thinking, wow, I've been running around for so long. When will this half time come? You do get a bit tired, and the fatigue starts to kick in.
What's the go-time half-time drink then? Is it just an orange slice, or?
I try to get a Lucozade in, and maybe a cheeky Red Bull.
Ooh.
Great recovery tackle.
Well, I tell you what, flying with some wings to go into that challenge was Alvaro Torres for the University of Warwick. Big interception there.
Good 50-50 there. Oh, great feet there.
Ooh. Just wide of the post from Constantin Molyneux. He's won the Fresher of the Year award. Let's take a look at that again, this most recent passage of play.
Great use of sole of the foot here, just to take it away from Miguel and get the shot off.
There's a good wraparound from him, wasn't it? Really good play by the Warwick number 6. Well, here come University of Warwick. Brunel, counter-attacking opportunity.
Ooh.
Brought to a swift end, though, by Torres. He was out for a while after breaking his nose in a futsal match, Torres. Against Wolves, of all places, so this might not be happy memories for him, so maybe he can change that in the course of his season. And once again, you can see the keeper, Edens, is taking his time to recollect the ball for the University of Warwick to get us going once again. Again, it's probably tactical from you guys, isn't it? Do you do that as a player? If the ball's gone miles away from the court, do you take your time to walk over because the clock is stopped?
It's the dark arts. Because sometimes the refs can count quite slowly, and you try and maximise it, and just let the game slow down, especially in such a crucial game.
Santos there with a cool, calm head to just tell his team that slow down, lads. We've got the ball. We're only 1 goal behind, so we just need 1 right now. Let's not panic.
Keep the ball, recycle if you have to. Try not to force it forwards all the time.
Got to go hunting for it.
Honestly.
See, I remembered.
That's one of Coach's favourite words, to be fair.
Well, they're certainly on the hunt for the trophy, but Brunel aren't giving up.
That's a great chip ball. The coach usually does like to say that if you're going to pass it on a small court, you want to chip it so that it bounces. It barely bounces and it goes to your player. Ooh.
Brunel win the free kick there. Strong
That
challenge.
Number 5 for Warwick.
Got the timeout being called by the University of Warwick. Well, not timeout, sorry, just a quick change.
Yeah.
Well, he's not got his shaving cream to draw the line for the defensibles. He's just going to have to trust that they'll stay where he's told them to stand. Oh, I so thought he was going to drill that in from long range. But instead, Brunel still have the attack.
They do.
They've still got possession. It's a kick in on that far side. The fans have woken up once again for Brunel here.
Try and see them through the half. Ooh, that's a weak pass. And now Warwick on the counter-attack.
Oh, lovely cross through the legs of the Brunel defence. Malcolm in space.
They can't rest. Ooh.
And nearly deflected in from Molyneux.
Yeah.
Great shot from the number 6 for Warwick. But could have been another deflected goal against Team Brunel.
Honestly. Can they counter-attack?
Well, good work from Team Brunel to disrupt the Warwick set piece, because we know they've got a few tricks up their sleeve.
Yeah.
We've seen it already, because we've seen 1 goal disallowed from a trick play that they had up their sleeve that didn't quite work out. Have you got a few trick plays up your sleeve?
We do. I can't reveal them. Because,
what about you personally? Do you have a few tricks up your sleeve when you're out on the court? What do you like doing?
Usually, when I'm on the court, I'll probably try and make a screen for a player to just give them a little bit of protection. Just like a screen in basketball, just set one and then run off to just confuse the defense a bit.
That's Sam Malcolm going up to make the challenge, and Warwick calling for handball against Brunel, but lovely bit of footwork. Lovely bit of footwork in some space with the shot on goal. That was Theo Banjo. And once again, Brunel appealing for a handball. Ooh, it's getting feisty, isn't it? Referee just having to have a word with the Warwick bench here, because he's not happy with the way that they've been talking. And Sam Malcolm has stood at the side, wanting to get underway as quickly as possible. And their team manager, their nominated team manager for today, Kostas Bojan, in his football manager suit, as you said, telling everyone to calm down, taking on the Arsene Wenger approach.
The Arsene Wenger, he needs the raincoat to go to his knees.
Well, it's summer, he didn't wear it in the summer.
True. Ooh.
Good shot from Brunel.
And just like that, Warwick have seen that again, they're sleeping, which you can't afford to do. You can't afford to be caught sleeping, because the ref doesn't wait for anyone.
Luckily for you guys and for the whole of Team Brunel, that bubbled out before Warwick had much opportunity to do anything with it.
Exactly. If you're Brunel right now, you want to probably think 56 seconds, try not to concede. You can go for the goal, but also try not to concede.
Well, you're starting to play across the face of your own goal, which has been a dangerous tactic all game. Santos seeing some space, though.
What a touch. That's unfortunate.
Just tackled himself there on the far side, didn't he?
One thing I've realised is both goalkeepers, all goalkeepers have actually got great distribution, whether it's their hand or their feet.
It's a great matchup between Edens and Santos. Long may it continue in this game, but Sam Malcolm on the ball. Warwick. Oh, it's just fallen away, but great commitment from Henrik Segel.
And again, great sportsmanship between the goalkeeper and the player.
Well, 30 seconds left on the clock. in the court. About 30 seconds left on our clock as well on your screen. Brunel down by 1 goal with possession. A goal for them right now would be huge in the course of the whole match. Well, Warwick with the upper hand might just want to keep a hold of this ball, but Malcolm wants to play it and play it up the pitch quickly. 12 seconds left. Can you score with 12 seconds?
Oh, plenty of time, plenty of time. She's got to be smart with it. Well shielded by the goalkeeper.
Great defensive awareness from Eden. And there's 7 seconds on the clock now. 7 seconds for Brunel to do something magical. Brunel miracle is what we need.
The Warwick commentator wouldn't be thinking that. Very nice technique to dodge the ball there. Can they get a shot off before the buzzer?
Here we go. Is it going to be a buzzer beater?
Ooh.
Well, we've got literally no time left, so as soon as they kick it into play, the buzzer will sound, and that will bring us to half-time. Frank, I must say, it's been fantastic to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic to have you here up with me. I hope that the course of the game for you will end in jubilation, of course, but I've got to remain slightly neutral. But what do you think, before you leave, what do you think Brunel need to remember? Going into this half-time break, what will be the message as well?
Try limit the unforced errors, because Warwick are... A lot of their chances are coming when there's passes across their own goal that are being intercepted, and probably just bringing up the intensity of the press as well would be something Diogo speaks about.
Well, that's half-time here at the University of Wolverhampton in the 2023 Bucks Men's Futsal Trophy Final between the University of Warwick and Brunel. It's currently Warwick 5, Brunel 4. Frank, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
But come back in a couple of minutes, everyone, because we'll be back again with the second half. But for now, enjoy these highlights. Hello everyone, welcome back to the University of Wolverhampton for the 2023 Bucks Men's Futsal Trophy Final between the University of Warwick and Brunel University. Currently, the score is Warwick 5, Brunel 4, and I'm pleased to say that Philippe Picorni of the University of Warwick futsal team, you've come to join me. You hold a very narrow lead at the moment. You're going to be with me for this second half.
Yep.
Can your boys see it out?
I think they certainly can. We've been in situations like this before. We've played Loughborough during this cup run. It's what the boys live for, these moments like this. I think they've got it in the bag.
And talk to me more about the season as a whole for you guys. Obviously you would have had the regular Bucks season. This is a little bit of an extra thing that comes at the end of it. How has it been for you guys overall?
The season's been brilliant. The twos got promoted. The ones came second in the league, just behind Derby. And this cup run's just really summed it all up. The team spirit has been amazing all year round.
Amazing. And like a key two players, that I'll pick out from the first half, Sam Malcolm and Henry Gallagher, your club captain.
Yep.
They've really stood out amongst the rest. Is that obvious to you as a player? Do they stand out at training and within the university setup?
Yeah, they stand out in all games, during trainings. Sam's recently become the ones captain, Gallagher club president, so I think that really shows what they've been doing on the pitch.
Well, we're ready to get underway for the second half in this trophy final. Warwick just about holding on to the lead, only by a single goal though. So the last thing that Warwick really want to do right now, Philippe, is concede a goal.
Yeah, we've been 2 goals up twice in this game already and let them come back from it, so we certainly want to build from first half, get 2 goals up again and then kill the game off with more goals after that.
Well, Warwick have got us underway. We have started the second half here. It's trophy final futsal, so anything can happen, and I'm sure anyone will try anything in order to get their team closer towards lifting that coveted trophy at the end of proceedings. And Sam Malcolm with an absolute rocket from far out. On target, troubling Santos, the keeper. And can we expect to keep seeing that sort of thing from him?
He's got an absolutely amazing strike on him. Sometimes goalkeepers are scared in training when it's shooting drill and Sam Malcolm's on the ball.
Well, wouldn't you be? I know I would.
I won't go anywhere near it.
Now, who are some other key figures within this University of Warwick side that have really helped you guys get to where you are? Anyone within the club that you think deserves a shout out?
Henry Level, our president. He's on the bench right now. He's had quite a good game, I think, today. He's been motivating, a very good people person, really getting people involved in the club.
Well, we also pointed out your twos captain stroke team manager for the day as well, looking like Arsene Wenger in warmer weather with his suit on the
dapper,
side.
Isn't he?
He's taking this very seriously, which we like to see. We like to see the competitiveness.
We like to see it. We're taking this seriously as a club. It's our first ever trophy final, so we want to win it.
God, that would be something to brag about, wouldn't it? 100% success rate in cup finals. Oh,
the Real Madrid of futsal.
Oh, you can put that on the CV easily. Another huge shot from Sam Malcolm from long range. Santos dealing well with the ball. He tries to get Brunel started, but it's Gallagher's shot now. He's furious with his Brunel teammates, and rightly so, you might say.
Yeah, they haven't started the second half well, have they? Warwick already with 4 shots on target. The goal looks like it's coming for us.
Well, let's see. It was on target from Gallagher once again. Santos did really well with that flying at his face, and Brunel breaking down the wing. And it almost broke too far. Eden's caught very much off guard there. He almost thought he'd been megged for a goal. But here come Brunel, big boot from long range, but it hasn't got the accuracy, unfortunately. So Brunel will have to go hunting once again. That was Daniel Agudu who went for the shot. But unfortunately, that's no points in futsal, but maybe if he tried rugby, that would be worth 3 points. You're certainly starting this second half on the right foot, but can you maintain it for the full 20 minutes? Because we already heard from Frank Dubé, from the Team Brunel side of things, that it is exhausting playing on this harsh, hard surface for 20 minutes a half.
Yeah, it's very difficult, especially with It's hard to change direction of sprinting. It gets tough on the feet. I think it's very good that we have a strong bench as well to come on, maintain stamina, maintain performance throughout the half. So I think we will see it out.
Do you often look to use your bench quite frequently, move players in and out very quickly?
Yeah, we've got a lot of players that can play in different positions on the pitch, and subs are used quite often by Costas.
And now, what do you make of this the fact that every time the ball goes out, the clock is stopped? Do you find that that's a positive thing for futsal, or do you find it makes it feel like the game's going for much longer? I mean, as a fan, I enjoy it, and I'm also enjoying this attack by Brunel, which almost came to something, but it just slipped away from Agudu there at the last second.
Yeah, Warwick need to focus in situations like that when they catch us on the counter. But I think the stop clock is a good thing, because obviously it's only 20-minute halves. You don't want the ball off the pitch for half of that time.
Absolutely. And Warwick again looking really, really strong in attack. Sam Malcolm!
What a goal that would have been.
Well, that would have been straight on every social media page that he is active on, if that had gone in. But I'm sure his viral goal will come in this game, because he is just a constant threat for you guys, isn't he?
36 goals this season. I mean, can you say anything more? He's broken Warwick's record for most goals in a single season. He's hoping to get 40 today, actually, he was telling me.
He's hoping to make 40 today?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. We see you, Sam Malcolm. We see your goal. Henry Gallagher gets us back underway. What's he like as a captain? He looks very, very strong out there.
Yeah,
and despite all the challenges that come in on him, he just rubs them off.
He does. He likes a little complaint to a ref here and there, but if it's winning us penalties, if it's winning us goals as well, and winning us games most importantly, we don't mind it. As a captain, his knowledge of futsal is second to none. He's really led this one's team to success we haven't seen before at Warwick.
Is that a foul or is it a throw? I think it's going to be a kick back in for Team Brunel. Can you talk to us about the levers that are out there on the court today for Warwick? Those who are finishing their course and their time at the university, who've got to move on now from the club?
Rory Eden's in goal. He's actually a postgraduate, so he's been in the club for many years, knows it in and out. He'll be leaving at the end of the season. Henry Level, our club president, again, another big loss. Joe Goodall, as well, on the bench. He's leaving. It's they're going to be a loss, but we've got a lot of freshers in the ones team already making the mark. So the future looks bright.
Absolutely, and you want to go out with a bang, basically, for them, because that's what they deserve after giving so much to make futsal possible at the University of Warwick.
Yeah, after so many years, finally, in their final year, to reach the cup final, it'll be so special to win it.
Ooh, good long ball forward from Rory Edens, but defending that strongly. Ooh. I was very rudely interrupted there by a strong shot on goal, because, well, it must be said, Brunel, in the counter-attacking situation of this game, have been much stronger than Warwick, because that's where their goals have come from, isn't it? How do you stop that, though? How do you stop that?
It's difficult to stop, because we're a team that does like to be on the ball, so we're always open to getting countered. But I think the most important thing is the wingers making sure they track back every attack. If they're tired, if they can't track back, ask for a sub, because there's other people that can. We just can't lose our man.
Destiny Odu's been switched out by the Brunel coach. He's having a words with the forward on the bench about what the game plan needs to be when he's reintroduced. Who's impressed you from the Brunel side of things in this game today, Philip? Was there people that have really stood out for you as well? They're really good, they've got some talent.
I think their base, Cassian, number 99, he's been quite good. You can tell he's one of the leaders in the team. He's been loud, he's been active. Yeah, he looks like a good player.
Long range chance. Well, it was a good effort. Santos did have to intervene with that. So you guys get a corner. Have you got some fancy corner moves that we're going to be witnessing, or?
We've got a lot. We've got 9 corner routines, actually.
9.
Spend a lot of time focusing on them in training, and they've helped us out during this cup run. It's got a lot of goals from corners.
You shouldn't have said that, because now your parents will think you spend more time planning futsal moves than you do actually writing your essays.
Don't worry about that.
But here come Brunel on the ball now, striking forwards and striking for goal, almost getting the score was Theo Banjo. Really strong turn of pace there from the 27. Oh, caught in the face by his own ball was Miguel Enriques, and breaking away is Warwick. And that's just pulled across the face of goal by Henry Level. That president that you mentioned, I've just got him down from you all as the most senior member of the squad. Is that in age and also what he's added?
I think so. His experience defensively is so crucial to us when he plays base. I really haven't seen any opposition pivots go past him. I think it's his 5th year now, or 4th maybe. He was on a year abroad last year, so couldn't play, but still managed to win the election for club president. So you can see how much he means to people in the club.
You can see the influence that he has on that side for sure. I heard that someone went away to Spain and he's come back with some Spanish flair for you.
That was Henry Level.
That is Henry. Let's see if the Spanish flair will rub off on the rest of his team and will be treated to some beautiful futsal. And it is Torres on the ball at the moment. He's around the edges. He's forced Santos to come right out away from the goal. So you could even say if he can keep doing that, but pass the ball back, someone like Gallagher could, or Malcolm could slot that in, as you almost see one go in itself. Warwick appealing for handball there, but the referees are fine with the way that was blocked by Team Brunel. You've got 2 managers at the moment, because Henry Gallagher's still up at the moment by your bench. He's trying to throw some words of encouragement into the mix. It's good to see a captain that's so engaged even when he's off the pitch, isn't it?
Yeah, he's always shouting, always letting us know what to do, even when he's off the pitch. I think it just helps everyone with their game, knowing that someone as experienced as him, encouraging them, telling them what to do. It's a lot more comfortable.
Well, Brunel have got a kick in on this near side of the court to us. Good intervention there from the University of Warwick. What can they do now with this momentum and the counter-attack? Oh, just as they looked to cross it in, it was stopped by Brunel, but the block coming in from Warwick, from Henrik Segel. The number 19 was throwing his body at the floor and at people's feet there.
Giving everything for the badge.
Well, what can Brunel do with this little bit of time on the ball, a little bit of space that they see in front of them? Well, Warwick bullied them out into touch, and Warwick will get the kick in. Now, I asked Frank about this in the first half. I'll ask you as well. Talk to me about how different the futsal ball is compared to a normal football, which many watching at home will be familiar with, because it doesn't bounce or roll in the same way, and it's actually a lot smaller, isn't it?
It's a lot smaller, and it's also, I feel like it's heavier. It's harder to get a good, powerful strike on the ball. However, it is easier to play close, one-touch, two-touch passing. So I guess there's positives and negatives.
Absolutely, and like it loses a lot of pace on its first bounce coming down in the air, doesn't it? Because they are specifically designed to not be really bouncy and super energetic balls. So you said it just there. Is it a tactic just to always keep it at the feet? And is that a handball at a crucial moment? Referee saying play on. And Santos has come right out away from his goal. Risky play from the Brunel keeper, but it could work out for Brunel. Oh, it's off the post. And we're going to have to stop for an injury to a Brunel player, but that was heart-in-mouth moments there, Philippe.
What a sequence. I mean, I thought I saw a handball there in the build-up to the Warwick goal, but the ref hasn't called it, and they could have hit us on the counter again.
That's all right, because I certainly saw it. All of the fans in front of us saw it as well. At the end of the day, the referees are the ones with the best view, and they'll be the ones making the decisions. But you can see straight away your manager and your captain are right in the ears of the assistants, just asking about the situation that's just unfolded. I believe currently down at the moment. That is Ryan Kwarken-Jun, the number 26 for Team Brunel. He's on a yellow card currently, so he needs to be careful for the rest of this game. Is that a hindrance really in futsal? When you get yellow carded, you obviously can't continue the physicality. We can see the challenge here on him again, and the very near goal for Brunel. But because futsal's so much more physical, I would argue, than normal football, is it a bigger disadvantage when you get your initial yellow card?
I don't see yellow cards that often in futsal, during the cup run especially. I haven't seen much given out. But I guess it just makes you a lot more nervous, I guess, in the defensive side. When you've got someone on you, when you've got someone on the counter, you can't make them fouls anymore.
Well, hopefully that's not the last that we see of Ryan Kwarken-Jun, and hopefully he can make his way back onto the pitch, because as you'll probably know as well, the last thing you want to do is be involved in this final for 2 minutes or 5 minutes and then not be able to see out the full 40 minutes.
Yeah, of course, worked so hard to get to the final, and only playing 2 minutes due to injury would be unimaginable.
Well, here go Brunel. Lots of fast passing, but it's just eluded the feet of Brunel's number 47, Mudathir Ukasha. Ukasha's back on the ball though. He's not lost his confidence or his mojo. He wanted that ball back for Brunel because that was a really good move they were starting to string together.
Yeah, they're looking to get more into it now, these last few minutes, as compared to the start of the second half. Warwick need to watch out to not concede that goal. We need to make sure we get that 2-goal cushion again, I think. That's crucial for us.
But you can never take your foot off the gas in futsal, can you?
And that's why there's roll-on subs. Everyone needs to be 100% all the time.
That clearance out by Brunel nearly found the assistant referee and his lovely beard. Hopefully no harm comes to the beard more than anything. But Brunel currently withholding the Warwick onslaught. And when they do get their opportunities, they are taking them at the moment. So Brunel still looking very dangerous. 1 goal behind at the moment against the University of Warwick. That's a good intervention there by Torres. He's got the kick in for Warwick. Oh, it's not found Joe Goodall, but it found the end netting. Santos is very irate with his Team Brunel side. If you were part of that Team Brunel setup, what would you be saying to the team right now? 1 goal down.
I'll just be saying keep calm. There's a lot of time left in the game. High-scoring games in futsal. Certainly not over, even if you're 1, 2, 3 goals down. They just need to keep calm, keep playing their futsal, and hope to get some goals in the fight.
Well, they're really fighting back here. Brunel, and surely on goal, and through on goal! Getting the score, restoring that 2-goal cushion buffer, Henrik Segel. Huge score from the Warwick number 19. Let's take a look at it. Philippe, talk me through this goal.
Just look at the press there by Henrik. Torres. Warwick, it's what Warwick futsal does. We just never give up. Look like we've lost about 5 times there. And Henrik gets it back, round the keeper, and an easy finish.
That first touch round Santos caught him completely off guard. And then he caught himself looking back into his net where he saw the ball rolling in for another score for the University of Warwick. And you said it was important, it needed to be done quickly. They've got another goal, they've restored the 2-goal cushion, but they won't be happy with that. And it could be Malcolm in on goal, but the ball just bouncing away from him. He's still chasing that 40-goal record. I believe he's 3 away from it at the moment currently.
Yeah, 3 goals away. I think it's more important to him to get the win than to get the 40 goals there. He's that type of player. He's a team player, he wants the team to win. If he gets the 40 goals, great. If not, he'll still be happy with a win.
Really good covering in defence by Theo Banjo once again. And Malcolm was looking to find Torres, but instead gives the ball back to Brunel. But Brunel can't capitalise on their position. And you must have been in this position before, not in a bad way. Don't want to disrespect your futsal ability at all in the slightest, but you must have found yourself 2 goals down before in the past. Have you been able to come back from it? Is it a very difficult mountain to climb?
It was funny that you mentioned that it happened in the semi-final against Edinburgh. We were 3 goals down at one point. I was actually on holiday watching the live stream. It looked all over, if I'm being honest, but the boys kept believing.
Wow.
And a bit of Henry Gallagher, Sam Malcolm magic brought us back and we won the game.
It was a 7-8 victory for you guys. Away?
Yep.
Mad. To go all the way to Edinburgh and to come away with a victory in a semi-final of any competition, of any sport, is a huge achievement. And you really are backing up that semi-final performance at the moment, because Warwick are currently 6-4 up against Team Brunel in the 2023 Bucks Futsal Men's Trophy Final. Here comes that pressure again from Sam Malcolm. And Santos is looking to get Brunel back underway quite quickly. But covering again, covering across Segal. He's on fire in the middle of the park at the moment.
Yeah, he's a great player. I started in the 2s actually at the start of the season, but those silky feet just couldn't be, they were missed in the 1s.
I've got it down that he scored the winning goal of that semi-final, so he's obviously a key figure to you guys in terms of your success today.
Yeah, he's scored quite a lot of goals in this cup run actually. He's a great addition to the 1s.
Just a little handball there from Warwick, which gave away the free kick, but just they look to get back underway quickly. It went wide, and now Brunel are back underway. This game is just very, very end-to-end, Philippe. It doesn't ever slow down, futsal.
Yeah, it's a high-tempo game.
Brunel crowd in front of us have certainly quietened down a little bit, but there's still a lot of Warwick fans that are making themselves known in the University of Wolverhampton arena. Lovely low-driven shot coming in there from Gaiono Alonso. And there he is, Henry Gallagher. He's back on the court. He's back in action. He's looking for the chip pass. It has found Gallagher. Just couldn't control it though. But that ball is very difficult to control, as you've already said, Philippe.
Yeah, especially when it's coming down like that. Especially when you're used to playing with a football. I find that difficult. You have to get used to the change in the way it bounces, the way it moves.
That's a very good point, because lots of these guys, you'll probably kick a ball around socially, won't you? But a normal football, and that's not going to help you. So how often do you meet to train with a futsal ball and practice all your futsal moves?
We have 2 training sessions a week, about an hour and a half, 2 hours each. So I think the boys, you know, they touch the futsal ball enough in the season to not forget how to play.
Oh, a good long-range effort going in from Gallagher. He's really backed himself on a few occasions to get those. Is he a stranger to those going in, or is he not a stranger to those going in?
He's absolutely not a stranger to those going in. The corner routines, as I mentioned previously, we'll work a lot on them, and a lot of the time it is to make sure Gallagher has space and to put the ball in the back of the net.
Oh, well, Warwick doing really well to reclaim the ball from Brunel, looking to play out of their own half. But it's come to nothing for Team Brunel, and all it needed was another player to tap it in. All it needed was just a puff of wind to send that one into the back of the Brunel net. And Warwick will surely rue that missed opportunity, because that was fantastic play by them. It's actually Luca Varela who's the one making that shot. Varela's back here on the ball now. It's his first year in the club as well, Barella. Has he made quite the impact since coming in?
Yeah, he's very loud. He communicates a lot. He knows how to play futsal. He knows the ins and outs of the sport. He's great to be around. He works tirelessly, very versatile. Great addition to the club.
Good block there from Brunel. A good intervention from Brunel once again. And they get the free kick awarded to them. They're going to introduce some fresh legs now, Brunel, because they really have been going all out for a long period of time now. And, oh, good shot! Another one almost slipping through the hands of Rory Edens. That was a huge moment for the keeper and a huge moment for Warwick. And this one could be. Wow. Henrik Sagel once again almost looking to score. And that one almost slipped through the hands of Edens, which would have been the second time in this game it slipped through his hands, which he won't be happy with at all. Can he cover his hands in Gorilla Glue maybe to help him out, or?
Maybe, but we can't afford to let any one of those happen again.
Well, it's another strong shot on goal by Team Brunel. Referee obviously seeing a deflection. So it means that Iowa Lottin is going to come back and get us back underway. He was the one that made the initial shot for Team Brunel as well. He just couldn't find Destiny Oldu in the middle. Good turn there by Varela. Oh, and now it's the goal scorer. Is he through for a second? Henrik Sagel was looking very dangerous indeed, and Destiny Oju fouled surely, but we've continued play. And now it's back with Edens in his goal. Destiny Odu will be furious with that. Do you think he was hard done by the officials?
I think they had advantage. They could have scored the goal. I think the official was right to play on there. But maybe I'm being a bit biased.
But you're allowed to be. You're allowed to be. We've got another view of it here. So it was a great turn. But yeah, as you rightly say, they were playing the advantage. They could have scored. They didn't quite capitalise on that. So
it's what we can't allow to happen, a goal on the break like that again. We've been in this 2 goals up position twice now. If they come back again, it will really knock confidence of the boys. We need that 3rd goal.
well, let's see what Warwick can do to extend their lead, and Brunel shutting that idea down of an attack very quickly. And that ball has bounced around like something in a pinball machine. It's not really fallen for either side effectively. And so they're struggling there. Long range effort, but long off target. But Molyneux will have a certain swagger about him, I guess, on the court at the moment, because he has been threatening goal a lot. So those sort of chances will come to him again. And should he keep taking them?
Yeah, he's got a wand of a left foot on him. I think he will score one of those soon.
Well, that most recent attack for Brunel comes to an end, but how much longer will it be before we see another wonder goal that you've just mentioned there, Philippe? Because it could be the decider, because if Warwick get another goal, that's a big 3-goal buffer. And we're less than 7 minutes to play now.
The next goal is crucial. Who's going to be the man to step up and deliver it?
But equally so, a goal for Brunel will bring them right back into this fixture.
Yeah, it'll build so much confidence for them as well, closing that gap down to 1.
Here's an interesting question for you as well. How do you as a player make sure that the occasion doesn't get to you and affect your performance? Because I know that'll be on the minds of a lot of people watching back home.
I think it's down to the senior players to calm the team down, let people know that it's just another game. Play the way we've been playing all season. Gallagher's done that very well. Costas as well at half-time. I heard a little bit of the team talk.
Well, timeout called by Team Brunel, just as another counter-attack failed for them. But Warwick really throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at these final few minutes. And well, as we see the clock count down for this timeout, Philippe, what do you think is being said in that Warwick huddle and in the Brunel huddle? We'll start with Brunel first.
The Brunel manager are certainly looking to lift spirits. They need them 2 goals. 2 goals down with 6 minutes left isn't the place that they want to be in. I think they'll be looking to create chances, create goals.
And what about your boys, the illustrious University of Warwick Futsal?
I'm sure Costas is doing his best Coach Carter impression down there right now. I think he'll be praising them. They've had a very good second half, and just not to let the occasion get to them, keep playing their futsal.
Well, his Coach Carter impression is done, although I've just realised actually with the red tie on and the black suit, he looks more like Coach Bolton out of High School Musical 3, so you can tell him that later on the bus home. And he's certainly got his head in the game. Right. Team Brunel are going to get us started again after their timeout. And they're about to run a bit of a set play. But they've given up possession, have they? There was pulling on the shirt. It's another foul yet again by Ryan Kwakenjun. It's an interesting rule in futsal, isn't it, about the amount of fouls that you give away ultimately do tally up. And the referees are keeping an eye on it, and you could end up with a penalty shot on goal, couldn't you?
I think that's a very good rule. A lot of dangerous attacks can be stopped with free kicks. And as I mentioned previously, cards aren't as easy to get as in football. So stopping attacks like that have to be punished.
Destiny Odu again was the man in the wall for Brunel, and he was the man blocking the shot coming in from the University of Warwick. Brunel keeping calm heads right now, passing the ball around, looking for that space. They're playing their keeper up now. Is this a common tactic in futsal at this stage?
Warwick Futsal, we don't play this kind of tactic, but I've seen it in the semi-final when I was watching Brunel's game. They did it against Derby. Last few minutes, they put the keeper up, but ultimately it led them to concede a lot of goals.
So this is risky business at the moment from Team Brunel, we would say.
I would say it's very risky. There's so much pressure on those at the back now to not lose the ball to the Warwick press.
Well, Brunel are now the ones throwing the kitchen sink at this attack. And that's a good strike of the ball, getting over the top of it, and getting over the top of it well. Is Abdel Sano. He'll be one of the Brunel players wearing Sonogo's jersey, who's currently on there at the moment. So Brunel playing that risky tactic, flirting with danger. Would you say it's worth it to them right now?
I would say it's a bit early.
A bit early, but they've only got 5 minutes left to play, though.
You can score 2 goals in 5 minutes.
Well, let's see what they can do, trying this risky tactic. Because right now, if you guys can intercept this ball, you've just got to kick it straight at the goal.
Yeah, any balls won back in this area here, it's almost certainly going to lead to a goal.
Well, they're changing very quickly here. Santos is back in the penalty area for Brunel. He's reassumed his goalkeeper position. And Sam Malcolm is back into the fray as well, the super goal scorer, but he's given away a foul there, fouling Destiny Odu. And Odu not happy with the way that he's been dealt with there. And Sam Malcolm's just going to have a quick word with the referee, probably telling him to calm down, isn't he?
Yeah, we need to keep our heads, keep hold of this lead, not let them get back into the game, and just see it out.
Interesting decision by Brunel to send it back into their own half to start an onslaught towards goal, but it could work out for them still. Interesting how that wasn't deemed University of Warwick ball after it went out.
You had to win that there, number 99.
Well, here are Brunel now, moving the ball around quickly, moving it to feet, which you've already said, Philippe, is key, but they've turned it over now. So all Warwick needs to do surely is get a shot away at goal. Is it going to roll? It's not going to roll in for goal. But it's another hair-raising moment for Brunel, courtesy of Henrik Segel.
He's had a great second half.
Good low-driven shot by Alonso. And here they come, Warwick. Once again, to Sam Malcolm, who's clutching his face. He was fouled, and Henry Gallagher's down now at the moment. Destiny Odu over the top of him, just making sure he's okay. Now your coach, Kostas, has come on to check on him.
Let's hope it's not nothing too serious. With 4 minutes left, he's going to be one of the key players.
He seems to be that he's fine. So we'll get back underway. Doesn't need the wet paper towel. He's just going to plant the ball down. Hopefully plant an attack together for Warwick, because another goal would seal the game for them, you would argue, surely.
I think so, yeah. 3 goals, 3 minutes left. I think it'll be very difficult to get back.
Well, here is danger man Sam Malcolm. Serious pressure going through from Destiny Odu, but referees deeming nothing from it. And Brunel will get us back underway, and they are playing with a keeper up front. So they're throwing everything at this latest attack. They desperately want another goal. They want to bring it to a 1-goal deficit. There's not a lot being created here for Brunel at the moment, just a lot of passing around, Philippe, and that is eating into their time quite considerably.
Yeah, of course, the defensive setup by Warwick is unreal right now. We work a lot on it at training, and clearly it's working.
It's a very strange tactic, just passing around between the same 3 players, and now they've managed to bring it all the way up to the top, but it's gone out. And Brunel could be caught napping here, but they've made the change now. So Santos is back in the goal position. High ball forwards, claimed by the keeper though, and he rolls it out to himself. He's got to be careful though. Brunel coach just trying to encourage his team to get out from their own half. He's telling Cassian Chaser to get upfield, get on with it. Get the ball in the back of the net, because that's what Brunel desperately need, and they are just eating into their time, passing it around. Could this be it? Great intervention there by Torres for Warwick. He's down hurt though as a result of thrusting himself into that challenge. So we're going to take a longer stoppage now. He's complaining to the referee as how he doesn't understand it's a foul.
Yeah, and rightly so, I think. He got swiped like a credit card on Black Friday.
Well, he's walking off unaided and on his own feet, but he's straight back down on the floor again. He really is hurt, but hopefully it isn't anything too serious. Brunel still playing with 5 and no keeper. Big shot now, off the post! And surely towards goal to seal it! Henry Gallagher! From deep inside his own half, has surely sealed victory for the University of Warwick. That was the risk that Brunel were playing with, sending all 5 up front. And with no keeper home, there was no one who could keep that from going out. So the score now reads University of Warwick 7, Brunel University 4. It's a 3-goal deficit and in less than 2 minutes to come back. And when shots like that don't fall for you, this really could be curtains. Let's take a look at that goal for the University of Warwick. Big strike forwards, just ricocheted off, and then it was tucked away. He's be feeling a little bit calmer now, Philippe. Yeah, a little bit more at ease with what's going on now.
Yeah, 3 goals up with 1 minute 30. I think a lot of the boys are thinking they've won it, but that might not be a good thing.
Well, another shot goes wide for Brunel. Another shot comes to nothing. And with less than 90 seconds remaining on the clock, it's got to be now, and Gallagher could still pounce on it. It's just run away from the Warwick captain, but he was on full send mode there, hurtling after that ball.
Yeah, might have reached 10 miles an hour there.
A full 10 miles an hour. Wow.
Fastest I've seen him run.
Well, if he was going to save it for any time, he needed to save it for now, and that's a big shot. Big shot and big block as well. Because Cassian Chaser was throwing everything at that. But just as well, because Rory Edens was there to make the block for the University of Warwick. Less than a minute remaining now. That slipped in behind, much to the joy of the University of Warwick fans. He's just taking some time again to do up his shoelaces. He really needs to tie them up better in future because they keep falling apart for some reason. Is that tactical, Philippe? A little insider knowledge can you share with us?
I wouldn't put anything past him.
Well, he knows this game very well. And Warwick have played very well in this match as well. Sam Malcolm recently involved in a big collision there, but he's back up again on his feet. And desperately fighting to get something, but blocked once again was Alonso. Couldn't find the net for Team Brunel, and we're at less than 40 seconds of in-play time now. And the ball is back across. Theo Banjo will rue that missed opportunity. He had a great picture in front of him to work with. And Santos is up from his own goal. But he's got to be careful because he's going to give away a penalty, potentially. I was going to say potentially nearly a goal. Philippe Uran was ready to celebrate as well.
Yeah, it's so risky what Brunel were doing right now. I think there was a foul in there as well before the shot.
Well, it's not paying off for them. They've got coming up to 10 seconds left on the clock now. So it's pretty much signed, sealed and delivered the trophy to Warwick now.
They know they've won it.
And Gallagher, well, he's brought down really harshly there. And with virtually no time remaining, that is the game, because the next time it goes into play, the buzzer will sound, the celebrations will begin for the University of Warwick, because they have won the Bucks 2023 Men's Futsal Trophy Final here at the University of Wolverhampton. And it's the University of Warwick that can begin the celebrations. They've beaten Brunel 7 goals to 4 in a thrilling encounter that's gone the length. And Philippe, you will be celebrating that long into the night, I'm sure. But can you pick out one player of the match for me?
What a question. I can't believe you put me on the spot like that.
That's how I get honest answers, Philippe. I like to put you on the spot.
Honestly, I think it's a toss-up between the main man himself, Henry Gallagher, but also Rory Edens in that second half in goal. Kept so much out. He was unreal. I honestly couldn't choose between them two.
And who stood out for you from a Brunel perspective, would you say? Like, who's made a good, strong impact for that side, who unfortunately have come up second best today?
I think number 27 did well as a pivot. He caused us quite a few problems. And again, number 99 at base, he played a very good game.
Well, that's it. The game's been brought to an end. Both sides enjoying the applause of their travelling fans. But we're going to take a quick break here before we enjoy the trophy celebration. Well, welcome back to the University of Wolverhampton Futsal Arena here on Bucks Finals Day. It's the Bucks 2023 Futsal Men's Trophy Final that we've just witnessed, and here are some highlights from the game. Fantastic goals from either side. We saw in the early stages, Team Brunel were capitalising on some counter-attack ball that was gifted to them. And Sonogo was a key member of the Team Brunel side in that first half, but unfortunately had to leave the field of play with an injury, and he didn't feature again, sadly, after that injury. But he played really, really well for that Brunel side, even though these goals are obviously flying in against him as I'm talking. But you can see the quality of the game that we've just been able to witness. Great shots going in from distance, great bit of skill for shots going in from close range, of how teams were able to work their way into virtually no space to score. And in particular, a really good performance from Theo Banjo, one of his goals there, you can see, and you can see what it meant to the Team Brunel team at the time. But moments like this showed the quality that the University of Warwick have when it comes to their futsal game and what they can bring, instantly switching from defence into attack, seamlessly switching from defence into attack. And that should have brought Brunel back into the game, but ultimately led to what sealed victory for the University of Warwick, and has ultimately led to them being crowned champions here today at the University of Wolverhampton in the fantastic futsal arena that's been set up here for today's finals. And it was a high-scoring game. The University of Warwick won 7-4 against Team Brunel. And you can see the smiles on the University of Warwick team's faces. They are beyond thrilled to have rounded off what is a fantastic season for the club with an award such as this. But first off, we're going to say a big thank you to the officials that have made this game possible here today. That's Syed Kadri, Duncan Kings, Jordan Griffiths and Ian Vaines, who are the officiating team today. So big congratulations to them for letting us have futsal take place here today, and for also officiating what was a great game of futsal, a fair game of futsal. So a big shout out and thank you to those four who've given up their time to make this match happen today, and have done so really well. And then Team Brunel will come up now to collect their runners-up medals. They aren't the medals that they were planning to go home with, but they should still hold their heads high, because the journey that they've been on has been immense. And to get here after a semi-final win against Derby, they won 9-7. Last gasp antics in that game to bring them through to the final. Really had to club together as a team, and they've done exactly that here today, so they can hold their heads high. They can be proud of what they've been able to achieve this season as well. There's been some fantastic performances and a club that are full of some great individuals and a really positive future for the futsal setup there at Brunel University. And yes, they'll be disappointed, but as I say, always be proud of the journey that you've come on, and they should celebrate the fact that they've made it this far. And celebrate the fact as well that their coach was able to bring them this far as well. Diogo Santo, you've made some men out of these boys, and they've produced a fantastic futsal game for us to watch, sorry. But now, making their way through a tunnel of honour formed by Team Brunel out of a mark of respect is the University of Warwick, led out by their head coach for today, and a man who seems to have masterminded this success, Kostas Bojan. And the University of Warwick also had last-minute success in their semi-final win, defeating Edinburgh on the road 7-8. So to go all the way to Edinburgh and face off against a futsal giant, to come away with victory at that stage was mightily impressive, and to come away with victory now as well is also a huge deal for this club that have worked so hard to build the programme up to what it is now, and the travelling support getting behind their team to celebrate alongside them. And here he is, Henry Gallagher, bringing up the rear of the University of Warwick train. You can see the smile on the face of the captain as he goes up to receive the trophy. And he'll join his teammates in being crowned the Men's Futsal Trophy champions in 2023. Congratulations to the University of Warwick and the whole team. But don't go anywhere. The futsal final action does not end there, because in just a few minutes' time, well, 2:30 on the dot, Durham and Hartpury will face off in the Women's Championship. Join us again soon.
Bucks is back, and it's bigger than ever.
We've got a man in the corner, and it's caught!
Can he hold them off? The roof will be raised in Brunel.
Like an enemy in the night, mission impossible for two.
Both teams hungry, desperate to win that title.